Folks, how we doing? Yes, I am starting off another video making my first meal of the day, but actually, I'm changing up my first meal of the day a little bit. I told you guys I eat the same thing every single day in my, I think it was my Mike Tyson video or one of my most recent videos. I was talking about how I literally eat the same exact meal every day. It's like bacon and eggs, and if I don't do that, something's wrong, something's off. Today, and actually the past couple days, really this past week, I've been mixing up my breakfast. Still having bacon, obviously the bacon's a staple, but I've been eating these Kodiak waffles. They're very, very good. I got the buttermilk vanilla flavor. For me personally, they taste like phenomenal, and especially someone like me, I'm a skinny dude, it's hard for me to get a lot of calories in. If you eat 3 of these, like one whole package that they come in, because they come in like packages of 3 inside the box, it's like over 700 some calories, like 30 grams of protein. It's honestly great, fills me up. Eating these, it's a lot of calories, and it kind of helps me bump up my weight. I've actually gone up like 2 pounds this week, so that's kind of cool. Right now, I'm also listening to this Jocko Lex Fridman podcast. It is very good. I love Lex Fridman. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. He's been on Joe Rogan a bunch of times. He's like an AI scientist. He's very, very smart, and he's also a jiu-jitsu black belt. I'm gonna go ahead and listen to this podcast, eat my food, maybe take a cold plunge. I've been doing those a lot too since I did my last video. Now I'll get everything set up and we're gonna break down the sparring footage. And it is pretty interesting that we do have this footage right away. I think one of the big keys for Francis is going to be chopping out those legs, taking away that movement of Ciryl Gane. And you saw he did land a little bit of a leg kick there early. I mean, you can see he digs in fairly well with that leg kick, going to the inside as well. It looks like stature-wise, they're about the same. I do know that Francis has a 2-inch reach advantage. I think obviously too, Francis is not going to be throwing those kinds of techniques, especially against someone like Ciryl Gane, because Francis is definitely a very improved striker. You saw that in the Stipe fight, but I don't think he has the skill enough yet to be able to pull off like those spinning attacks, especially against somebody like Ciryl Gane, who has an extensive Muay Thai / kickboxing background and has seen those kicks from like way better kickboxing strikers. And also, just for Francis, I think it's going to be bad in terms of gas him out. I do like that little teep kick, that front kick. I think obviously the key for Francis too is to get a little bit wild and let your hands go, because just one of those shots. I think Francis would do a good job being durable, taking the shots of Ciryl Gane. One thing though that I don't like for Ciryl Gane is how he dips his head. You're going to see here in a minute. He's going to dip his head and he's going to go right into a Francis uppercut, and I don't like that for Ciryl Gane, because even right there, those digging uppercuts that you see that Francis just landed to Ciryl Gane's body, that's definitely gonna be effective, especially if you can land those over and over again. That's just gonna be money in the bank, and kind of like an investment on Ciryl Gane's cardio, which could potentially pay off for Francis Ngannou. Again, working along with those leg kicks as well, digging into the body, digging into the legs, pretty much just taxing Ciryl Gane's body and wearing down labor in his movement. And then right after this, you'll see how Ciryl dips his head right there. And if you notice, they're using sparring gloves. So with the 4-ounce gloves in the UFC, it may be a little bit harder to defend that shot. As you can see right there, you can see it's pretty much opened up, and that's almost the exact punch that Francis knocked out Alistair Overeem with. To try to get a match. And it sneaks right through it. It looks like that Ciryl actually covered up a little bit late, so it didn't even look like he really blocked it. And I think without gloves on, that's going to be a shot that's going to be hard to take, even if you're Ciryl Gane. And again, he landed it again. He landed it back to back. That's not good, and that's the knockout punch for Francis. I like that front kick again. The clinch, though, I'm not sure if Francis wants to be here in the clinch, because I feel like with a guy with an extensive Muay Thai background, you got to watch those knees and those elbows. And I think, too, a key for Francis is using that jab, since you do have the reach to get inside. I think his coach is going to say it here in a minute, talking about getting inside. Yeah, he said you talk about using your jab, Francis, because I think that jab, again, having the reach, getting the jab, and then coming across over top with the right hand is definitely going to be an effective technique, especially when you just got the power. That overhand is going to be terrifying coming from Francis. Now, obviously, you can't really tell too much because they are playing around, but a few things that I do take away from this. Ciryl Gane likes to move. He likes to bounce on his feet, kind of like similar to like a Wonder Boy karate kind of style. And if you're Francis, you saw in the very beginning of the video, he chops those legs. I think that's something he needs to stick with. Also, those shots to the body that you saw, he dug in there very well. And then again, on top of that, how you see Ciryl Gane dipping his head, and that's the exact punch that Francis is known for knocking people out, is that looping kind of uppercut. And he dug it in twice, like back to back, and it looked like Ciryl Gane had a hard time defending against against that. I think that's just going to be the key. Put money in the bank on the body. Go to the well with those uppercuts. You know that they're going to work. And on top of that, using that 1-2, using your jab like the coach said. I really like this fight for Francis. I think this is probably going to be the toughest fight for Francis just because Ciryl Gane is a big dude, so he's going to be durable. And on top of that, he's just a very well-rounded striker. He might pose problems for Francis in terms of actually getting inside for Francis to land those shots. But, I mean, people said the same thing with the Rosenstruck fight, and you saw Francis completely just run through Rosenstruck and steamroll him. So that very well might even be the same game plan that Francis employs against Ciryl Gane. I don't know. I think Francis is ultimately going to win. But I think if we're talking about from a technical standpoint, I think there are some areas where Ciryl Gane makes some mistakes, and you guys may have seen those as well. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, though. If you guys did, please be sure to drop a like, share this video if you guys know anyone else that enjoys this type of content. I'm curious, too, to hear your guys' opinions. Who do you guys think is going to win this fight? How did you guys perceive the sparring footage? How did you guys think it went? I'm curious to hear your opinions in the comment section below. If you guys are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I do a podcast on Mondays. I upload at least one video, multiple videos if possible, and I'm really trying to make something out of this YouTube channel, so any support you guys give me, whether it be the likes, the comments, the subscribes, it really means a lot to me. Like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, I'll catch you guys later.